Hi, I'm Lauren E. Miller, founder of Stress Solutions University. So here's the problem. Stress is wreaking havoc on our health. A landmark study, a 20-year landmark study out of the University of London concluded that unmanaged reactions to stress were a more contributing factor to cancer and heart disease than cigarette smoking and high cholesterol foods. Stress is one of those things that it's a silent killer. We are constantly under pressure. We're pushing back on life. We get stuck in why are things happening as they do. We stay awake at night with a deer in the headlights wondering how things are going to turn out in order to feel safe, in order to feel confident, in order to maintain that go-for-it mentality. How do I know the connection between stress and the biology? I know firsthand as I went through advanced cancer and divorce at the same time. 1 week prior to my final divorce court date, I got the phone call that said, "Are you sitting down?" Which is never a good opening line. Only to find that I had advanced cancer at the age of 38. I had 3 young children at the time, 8, 10, and 12. I'm so grateful that I'm still wearing the earth suit after going through, in less than a 2-year period of time, a divorce, double mastectomy, 16 chemos, an additional year of chemo, and 14 surgeries due to third-degree burns on my chest. They had to graft my back onto my front. So now I don't even know if I'm really coming or going most days. And after experiencing this dark night of the soul experience, this was actually my training, my PhD in humanity, and to practice the tools and techniques that I had been teaching and learning about for 20 years. What really works in acute pain? What happens when you emotionally shut down? What tools and tips can you do in the midst of situations like that so you can regain your mental balance and move from the back of your brain, which is responsible for solution-based thinking and how to program that, versus the front of your brain, which keeps you paralyzed in fear, doubt, and worry as you're caught in the fight, flight, freeze mode. How do you get out of that? There are simple techniques to do that. My project is Stress Solutions University. I'm dedicated to adding content, valuable content, to help people lean back into, resurrect, and step into their God-given natural state of being, which is solution-based thinking, which is creativity, which is the ability to know that no matter what surrounds you in life, you have the God-given ability to come up with a solution, to become a storm dancer. Right after I gave my hair away to Locks of Love, they shaved my head, and I wept so profoundly, and I wept so profoundly I didn't even recognize myself. And I was in my room, and my mom was downstairs, and my 10-year-old son had snuck in my room behind me, and I was just sobbing out loud. And he snuck up behind me, I didn't even hear him, and he put his little hands on my head, and he gave me one piece of information that literally shifted my entire perception of my sense of reality. And these are the types of things I teach on Stress Solutions University. And he put his hand on my head and said, "Mommy, don't cry. Your soul still has hair." And when he said that one line, everything shifted within me, because it was a piece of information that I was forgetting at the time, that when remembered, oh my gosh, my soul still has hair. I was able to flip my entire emotional state by resurrecting one piece of information. In order to be able to be a storm dancer, you need the how-tos. You need the specific skills and techniques. We're not born with this as we come through the chute. We're not handed a manual. This is how to maintain joy, inner peace, and happiness no matter what surrounds you. And after walking through it firsthand as an advanced cancer conqueror while going through a divorce, you can imagine I am dedicated to be able to equip people with the skills to return to that place of inner health and restoration, which I know is our God-given natural state of being. The body is listening. Not only do we have the food issue to worry about in terms of how to eat healthy, what foods should we choose, what alternative methods for restoration and healing are out there. I have a resource section on the university dedicated to help people to explore their options for healing and restoration when they are going through difficult times. But it's not just for cancer conquerors, it's for a human being, for any human being. that is facing the daily stressors. Sometimes people will say, oh, I'm not stressed. And then when I ask them, do you ever worry? Do you ever stay up at night wondering how things are going to turn out or why things happen as they did? What about fear? Are you ever angry? Because all anger, most of anger can be melted down to fear. There's some fear. I'm not enough. I don't measure up. I got to have this promotion. I got to make this relationship work in order to feel good about myself. Well, how do you feel good about yourself and maintain that sense of inner balance and knowing that you're capable of doing anything you set your mind to? Belief and action ignite your reality. But people need to learn the how-to in order to step into that expansive place of personal excellence. This is the purpose of Stress Solutions University. And my give back with Stress Solutions University, which I'm very excited about, is the sponsorship program. That as members come on to Stress Solutions University, with each member, they're able to sponsor someone who is actually walking through the experience of cancer that they know, or somebody who's recently emerged from it.